Hey, Jake's back and he's got his own show. He's on the mic and he's ready to go. Noodle on his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning, Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Soundboard going off this morning. Good morning, Bakers. What's going on? Wake and Jake crew. I'm Jake. Let's wake up. Producer BBD in the corner wearing his Knicks jersey on NBA Lottery Day. We're not going to start there. We do have some people who came over from Jomboy's morning show. And yes, I did spill a significant amount of coffee on my Yankees jersey. So that is neat.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sports fans. And sports fans, we had another good night last night. NBA wasn't great last night. Not a lot of great games. We had one nice upset, I guess. We'll get to that in a little bit. The story of baseball was a homophobic slur, so that's...
Just glad we're in the news for the right reasons again.
I wouldn't say a huge win, but there was some more great baseball last night. Baseball keeps rolling. BBD, if I forget, remind me, I just walked past an Anaheim Angels fun fact. So I should remember it, but Jakey's Angels... The game of the night from last night, and thanks everyone, the Wake and Bakers. Oh, I got to check. I'll check the podcast reviews, see if we got to 169. I'm sure we did. Not that that's the end game, but guys, the reviews and everything have been awesome. Thank you so much. Let's get into the game of the night last night. Big day. Big day. And the game of the night last night was a game baseball fans were excited for. A little bit of a deep cut. Rangers-Padres, they already had some heat from earlier in the week, the whole Tatis situation, everything going on there with the managers who are buddies. That is the whole reason the 3-0 pitch became a thing. Anyways, a low-key great pitching matchup. Chris Paddock, the young ace for the Padres, I think he calls himself the sheriff from Austin. He's pretty good. He's young. He's still figuring out a little bit, but he has a really nice start yesterday against Lance Lynn, who, again... we try to talk about on all our networks as much as we can. Lance Lynn is awesome, and he's having an amazing season. His ERA went up to 1.37 after this start. Top of the second, Rogned Odor. Rogned? Tough one to say. Texas takes a 1-0 lead. Profar hits a homer. Tatis Jr. goes to center. Just silly. Just really silly power. Didn't look like he hit it well. Goes 419 feet. Sorry, no 420 for the Wake and Bakers. In the ninth,
Lynn, who's been one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Yeah. Lance has been absolutely shoving. Top 9, Joey Gallo ties it up. Who was that against? That was against Strom. Okay. Having a nice year for San Diego. But Gallo goes yard ski. We're tied at 2s. We're going to extras in the 10th. The Rangers score on an infield single. It had been all home runs up until that point. And then bottom 10, the Rangers have seen them now on 3 straight nights. Grand slam. I feel like Manny Machado calling on me. 436. Profar, Grisham, Tatis Jr. score. Texas walks off the field. Sad again. And the Padres are now kind of rolling. I think they're 3-0, 2-0 since the incident. 3-0 if you count that game. The Indians keep winning after their thing. So we've got a couple teams with stories forming. That's the game of the night. Again, I get that those left coast games can be tough to stay up and watch. I didn't watch a ton of this one, but saw it on the highlights. And, I think that was the game of the night from baseball last night. So, BBD, how are you doing? How you feeling? Big day for Knicks fans.
Always. This is our Super Bowl.
This is the biggest day for Knicks fans every year, and that stinks.
This is how we get to have a first-round exit.
Yeah. God, everybody in the chat, Jake Valdez, Ryan Sheedy, fill up my cup. Thanks, everyone. YouTube, podcast apps, Periscope on the Twitter sphere or wherever you do it. We'll burn through the baseball. Let's get it. The Blue Jays, I think that's 3 in a row for the baby Jays. They win yesterday over the Orioles 5-2. Orioles dropped to 500. Cinderella, pumpkin season might be happening. Grichuk, that bleep. 2 home runs, 5 homers in his last 4. When he gets hot in a hurry. Everyone in the AL East has seen it at this point. I think the baby Jays are 1 game below 500. They're coming. Ryu's starting to pitch. The lineup is starting to put up some big things. Baby Jays are going. Boston 6, Phillies 3. Boston turns their season around. Not really. They get a game. They snap their 9-game losing streak. Holy smokes. That is you just don't see that.
I think scaled that comes out to like a 25-game
Right. The old
doing the 2.7
2.7. Yeah. Devers has a big game. Good for Boston. End the streak. Yanks lose to the Rays. Rays are now 5-1 against them on the season, I believe. Rays 4, Yankees 2. Glasnow versus Cole. Glasnow fixed himself, which is a great time for that to happen for the Yanks. But, I mean, if you like, good pitching, there was a ton of that throughout the game. Britton gets knocked around late for the Yanks. They lose 4-2. Mets 5, Marlins 3. Mets with a 3-game win streak, I believe. Marlins also turning into a pumpkin. DeGrom with the start. Betances with a tough appearance. I'm guessing the velo is still down. They can't be excited about that. But how about Conforto with the 2-run homer in the 9th? The Amazons getting going. Edwin Diaz, I think he's bounced back pretty good. You've got 4 outs, 4 Ks here, BBD. I'll believe it. And then the Nats and Braves got rained out. Sorry, guys. They'll make it up somehow. In the Central doubleheader season, the Cardinals take Game 1 over the Cubs, 9-3. Matt Carpenter, first inning grand slam. Ian Happ has been balling out, and he's a friend of the family. And if you're a friend of the family, you get more shout-outs. That's how it worked. Jack Flaherty yanked after 1.2. Was that bullets? Was that an injury? We're not sure.
I didn't look into it further after we just saw it happen.
Yeah, we talked about it. We'll see, I guess. And then the Cubs come back and they win the second game. Bodie, that's all he does, I guess, is hit second game home runs. Good. They split the doubleheaders. Cardinals, that's got to be a weird feeling. Cardinals fans, are you guys having fun? I don't know. I guess if there's baseball, it's better than no baseball. Yeah. Another one. Royals, Reds. Royals 4, Reds 0. Brad Keller just misses the complete game. 6.2 in a 7-inning game. 0 runs. Jorge Soler, 2 for 3 with the RBI. And then they flip the script. The second game, Bauer goes complete game shutout, 7 innings. His ERA drops down to 0.68. Yo. Bauer's doing some weird Bauer stuff, but when you pitch that well, you can do whatever you want. Reds hit 4 homers in that game. Matt Harvey, must-watch TV, argued heavily on Talking Baseball. Cleveland 6, Pirates 1. Savale with a complete game, an actual complete game, 9 innings, 1 earned run. Cleveland, I think they're now 5-0 since they had their Clevenger-Plesac thing. Again, playing the Pirates and stuff, but whatever. White Sox 5, Tigers 3. Edwin Encarnacion, my guy. I just wrote him off as dead on Talking Baseball. The Parrot comes out. 2 home runs. I love Edwin. He won me over in a big way when he was on the Yankees. Uncle Edwin. Candelario hits a homer. Sure. Good for you, Tigers. Casey Mize, this was the debut game. That's right. Casey Mize comes out 4.13 earned runs, 7 Ks, so the stuff was dancing, and he was on some pitch ninja and things like that. Go up against Dane Dunning, former first-round pick. Here's some baseball cuts for you. White Sox get the win. So there you go. Brewers 9, Twins 3. Yelly, Avisail Garcia, and Keston Hiura all homer. They need that. They need their offense to start going. And in the West, Astros put a 13 spot up against the Rocks. That's 3 in a row that's a lot in a row for them, right? That's 3 losses in a row for the Rockies at least, maybe 4. My Rocks, man. The Astros got them last year, and now this is happening. Damn, Correa with the big game. Kyle Tucker's been getting going. He had a terrible start for them. He was a big prospect. He's like a bonus piece for them. He's going. They lose Alvarez, Jordan Alvarez for the season, but the Astros are going 13-6. Holy smokes. D-backs won, A's for Luzardo, 6.1 shutout. Ooh, I wonder if Plouffe watched him. He said he wanted to. Mark Canha with another home run. He's becoming an overrated player? No, just underrated. He's good. Mark Canha's good. For whatever reason, it doesn't process in our heads.
He's a quality piece to a team.
He's good. The A's win 4-1. They stop the D-backs who try to roll up on them for a couple games. Mariners 6, Dodgers 4. Austin Nola, Aaron's brother. Go Tigers. He hits a home run, 4 RBI day. The Mariners take down the Dodgers. Did they come from behind in that game? Were the Dodgers up? I might have to double check that. I think A's improved to the best record in baseball. Yanks 2, Dodgers 3. And then the Giants 7, Angels 1. Wilma Flores with the home run. So, BBD, you put the note on here, and this wraps up the baseball. The Los Angeles Angels. This is their worst 25-game start in franchise history.
Doesn't sound good.
They signed Rendon this offseason.
This is the year they finally got Trout help.
There's something wrong culturally, or there's something just wrong throughout their pitching staff, because it doesn't make sense. They shouldn't be this bad. This is not the worst Angels team ever. Mike Trout, Rendon.
The way Bundy's been pitching.
Bundy has been pitching like a star of the league. And, man, it's, again, I tripled, quadrupled down on Bundy this offseason. He made me look bad for a little bit. But the Angels haven't. The Angels have stunk, man. Worst 25-game start in Angels history comes from Alden Gonzalez, ESPN staff writer. So that's the baseball. BBD, what do you think I missed? What needs to be harped on some more?
Well, I thought about doing this in Bro of the Night. But just Bauer's having an insane season, which I kind of didn't. It's only 4 starts.
Yeah.
But the numbers are silly. ERA plus, it's 7.13, where 100 is average. He's 600 more than that.
Yeah.
Like, for starters, you don't get that high, even in the small sample. And he leads the league in that, FIP, WHIP, hits per 9, Ks per 9, best ERA, complete games and shutouts. This one was 7 innings. But.
Little skewed, but who cares? Who cares for what the sample size is? Insane.
Pretty much can't do better.
Elliot in the chat just mentioned that he was going to wear the free Joe Kelly shoes before the game. He doesn't. MLB comes down on that. I get it from every party. You kind of can't be doing that. Have fun with cleats. You kind of can't be showing up.
Tweet the picture.
You kind of can't be showing up MLB authority. I think that's kind of fair. But holy smokes, man. And then he tweets at Correa after the game. I'll send these to you. That was weird. Very WWE. Bauer. And I get that it's corny, but I also like it, man. We're having fun. Like, that doesn't hurt anyone. That's just kind of over the internet smack talk. And again, my big thing is if you're going to have a 0.68 ERA and continue doing that, knock yourself out. Do literally whatever you want. Bauer's been silly. Maybe that was an early Bro of the Night preview because I was a little torn up today. Anything else in the baseball? Astros are rolling. Padres kind of dropping dick on Texas. Tom Brenneman, bad guy. Done?
Should be.
The apology is really funny. I feel weird because I don't want to go in on it because it's amplifying a bad thing.
And, nothing he could have said in the apology was going to fix it for the vast majority of people.
I mean...
I don't know. The one note I have on it, I guess...
Sure.
People are saying, look, people make mistakes, all that, and Everyone said that word. Like, not everyone.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll give you most people have probably said that word from time to time in their daily lives. But we didn't say it at work, and most of us don't. If they did, their work's not on national TV, so you don't find out about every bad thing you've said at work.
I don't
It's
know.
like, you get in trouble for this.
You
That
just
happens.
can't do it.
Don't do it.
You just cannot do it.
It's really bad.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Tough look for MLB. I totally forgot about the Chris Russo NBA thing. I mean, there you go.
Back-to-back days.
There's two faces of baseball. God, so dumb. So, yeah, that was the big news from baseball last night. Let's do the basketball, and we'll circle up on everything else. God, chat is going this morning. If you're not watching on YouTube, hey, I appreciate everyone Periscope and the apps or everything, but YouTube chat pops off, man. You guys are nuts. I love it. Bake the algorithm. Bake the algorithm. Keith's wearing the shirt today. It looks absolute fire. Keith
Got
might be
mine on
watching
the
in the
way.
chat right now. We might have to get him in here because the shirt is flames emoji. In the basketball last night, Game 2 of the Nets-Raptors series. God, this was big at Jomboy Media. Keith with his Talking Nets crew, Hudson was here. They were watching this, and it's over. They had the lead in this game going into the fourth quarter, 80-74. And, I mean, the highlight that will be remembered or forgotten, they try to do a handoff pass to have a chance at the end of the game. Just dribble it off each other. Ball goes the other way. Raptors 104, Nets 99. It's 2-0 Toronto. Joe Harris says, no thank you. Joe Harris left the bubble after the game. And I think the Woj tweet was really good. He said, not for injury reasons. He is not hurt. He is just out of here. So,
Not a medical reason.
that's pretty good. This game was fun, and maybe I'll talk about him a little bit when it comes to Bro of the Night. Jazz 124, Nuggets 105. Jazz tie it up at ones. Donovan Mitchell 30 and 8 assists. Jokic with 28, 11 and 6. Jazz just ran away. Mitchell's special, man. He's got some Dwayne Wade in his game. I think it's going to be interesting going forward to see what they do if Conley comes back. And more importantly, Donovan Mitchell, positions in the NBA gets kind of overused. He needs the ball in his hand. He's like the point guard. He's the go guy. Like, they need to use him. And I think the stats with Utah and everything was when Conley's out there, who's a really good point guard, that Utah was, like, worse. So, interested to see if Conley comes back. I hope they use him as, like, the two guard. I mean, he can hit shots. He could do things. Mitchell needs the ball in his hands. He's the best player on the court. It's going to be a fun series. I think it goes 7. Sixers 101, Celtics 128. Boston's rolling. Embiid gives the 34 and 10, and it doesn't affect Boston at all. 33, 5 and 5 from Tatum. Yeah, Sixers, this is
They're done.
They're going to be a story of the offseason because I think heads are going to roll and stuff's going to change. But 2-0. And then the Mavs. Do I get a pat on the back on this, BBD? Not really, because I was telling other people to say this take. But the
You can start
Mavs.
peacocking a little.
The Mavs, 127, 114. Doncic again, casual, 28, 8 and 7. Boban, 13 and 9 off the bench. Seth Curry and Trey Burke combined for 31 off the bench. Kawhi, 35 and 10. Boardman gets paid. Apple. I'm just saying. I mean, I think the Clippers can still run away with this series, but I also don't know, man. Luka's different. Luka's a different guy, and they get the win last night. That's what happened in the NBA. I mean, good list of names: Doncic, Kawhi, Embiid, Tatum, Jokic, Mitchell. Anything else, BBD, in the basketball?
Mitchell's so good.
Mitchell's awesome. He's a good watch. Like
Everything you were saying. He has the vision to, like, play point guard, whatever you want to call it. He can be the guy facilitating the offense. That's
Like
for sure.
we need to rename. We just need to rename the positions in basketball, like ball handler. I guess that's point guard.
lead guard.
It's not lead guard, yeah, something like that. Cause, dude, Donovan Mitchell needs the rock in his hand. He's got some Dwayne Wade to him. He's a different guy. I'm a huge Dwayne Wade guy. I don't know. At least the Knicks didn't pass on him. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Lottery tonight. I don't know. I'll end up watching just because that's what we do as Knicks fans. It's a
You're
bad.
disappointed either way.
If the early returns on this year's draft class is that it's not good, so we're expecting the Knicks to have good lottery luck. We'll see. I mean, hey, it'll add the speculation of who we add with Barrett and Mitch and Knox.
Do you trade for someone?
Ntilikina. Yeah, so it'll make things a little
the
juicier.
Alfred Payton rule.
That's kind of the sports. Anything else? Anything else from NBA? Clippers figured out Paul George was getting roasted yesterday. He had a bad night. His play, I hope he does well. He should. His playoff stats, I saw someone tweet it out. They're really good. Like, Paul George is a really good player, but hey, man, like, if they got upset, oh, my God, nobody's going to blame Kawhi.
He's just cranking out as usual.
Yeah. So,
very good games.
Paul George figured it out. Let's see. I think, BBD, we could go to the comment of the day. Every day, we let you guys be a part of the show. I go through, pick a comment that jumps out. It could be humorous. It could be anything. It could be fun facts. But I'm trying to see from yesterday.
Just whatever catches your eye.
Ooh, how about this? How about we give BBD a little love? From Marcel C. Said, I cry when BBD's face is covered up by useless highlights. Cover Jake's instead. And I like that they hashtagged cover Jake's instead, but they put an apostrophe, so it ended the hashtag. So it's cover Jake.
Hashtag cover Jake.
Hashtag cover Jake. So I'm in with that.
Which also works.
And yeah, guys, BBD's been doing a great job producing on this show. I know, I see it in the chat every day that you're giving him love. He's a beautiful creature. And our Knicks are probably going to win it all this year. So, yeah, pretty stinky. And again, thanks for all the reviews and comments. We're at 170 on iTunes podcast, so we jumped it. If you get a spare moment, it helps. BBD, let's get into the bro of the night. There's a couple options. Kyle Tucker, I'm sorry. I'm not giving it to a Stro unless they do something really cool. The Austin Nola story is pretty good.
Do it.
Should I do it? Yeah, because I can't give it to Donovan Mitchell because I did that the other day, right? Even though he half lost the game.
Wasn't particularly
57. Great. Yeah, how about I'll do a deep cut today. How about Austin Nola? Austin Nola from the Mariners, brother of Aaron Nola. For those of you that are not deep in the baseball world. Aaron Nola, you shouldn't be deep in the baseball world for. Austin Nola, you kind of should be. And man, he's 20 or no, I just clicked on Aaron Nola, so that's how rude I am being to him. But I believe Austin Nola is the older brother, but he didn't make his MLB debut for later. He's 30. He made his MLB debut last year at age 29. He's played everywhere on the field. They have him catching a little bit now. He's hitting really good. He's got an 853 OPS. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just because of how quickly analytics and bat speed and how hard you hit the ball off the bat, how we have more information that we're seeing more later in life breakout stories. Luke Voigt, 4 home runs in his past 5 games, something silly like that. You're seeing it around the league that some guys are getting second life later in their careers that didn't happen in baseball. I mean, if you didn't get your shot in baseball, it was pretty much done. Like, unless you found flames in your arm at some point.
Especially, I mean, it used to not be completely uncommon for guys to come in late, but it seemed like, 5 years ago or so, we stopped giving older guys chances. Now, I guess, if you're still cheap, you'll get a chance.
And I think that might be a part of it, too, which, again, we're going deep into some baseball stuff, but because they're affordable, like Luke Voigt's a star right now.
Well,
and the Yankees,
like 33.
The Yankees will never have to pay him. So, yeah, maybe it's a little messed up, but it's also, there's a world where Luke Voigt stayed in the NL and he never got a proper chance, and it just never happened. There's no minor league season this year. Like, what if he basically stayed in the minor leagues and then never got an opportunity? I don't know. Expanded rosters. You could do that game all day. This is about Austin Nola. He's playing all over the field. He made his debut last year at 29, and he's hitting really well for the Mariners right now. So, big Mariners love podcast. BBD, who is your bro of the night?
Well, I'm going to a Mariners team. We're going to the Mets. I'm giving it to Michael Conforto.
Metsy.
DeGrom shoves. The world doesn't want him to ever get a win. Betances, who in theory could be like the best in that bullpen and the most reliable, he blows it last night. And I think Justin Wilson didn't help if I read the box score right.
Fair.
But then Conforto bails him out.
Yeah.
That's what the bro does.
Yeah, that's true. And Conforto, I have now started a new thing where I start calling every baseball player underrated just because they're not known well enough. Conforto, there's an argument, man. He's got a couple big seasons. His home runs have gone up the past 4 years. He hit 33 last year. A career 838 OPS. Like, he's a really good ball player. He moves around in the outfield for them a little bit. He's been playing mostly right field, only right field this year. But yeah, hitting 312, 434 on base, 928 OPS.
He was like a big prospect for them. Came up, was awesome. There was, for like a year there, they were trying to say better than Judge, and that shouldn't be
right.
I mean, I guess Judge was also a rookie, so we didn't know how good he is, or how much longevity he'd have. Not the right word.
Yeah.
He gets hurt. But so does Conforto. He's had a very interesting start to his career, but he's produced pretty much whenever he's played. I think he had one very down year, if I'm not mistaken.
#cover Jake. #cover Jake. Yeah, man. Little Mets love. Deservedly so. They've won 3 in a row, I think. I think they're going for 4 in a row today against the Mets before they host the Yankees this weekend. So that'll be a fun series. NHL fans, I'm sorry. Again, we do not have it. We'll get there. What are we watching tonight? Obviously, we are obliged to some Yankees baseball. It looks like Miami, Indiana's the afternoon game. That's a decent watch. Houston, OKC is the later afternoon game. And then we're ending the night, very smart by the NBA, Portland and the Lakers. That's kind of must-watch. That's very much must-watch. Let's see if we've got any deep cut baseball matchups. Spencer Howard, Herman Marquez. Bieber's pitching. That's fun. If you haven't watched him yet, maybe go check that out. And Rangers-Padres finish off. Gibson, Lamet. There's a couple different guys for you. Anything else, BBD?
Hey,
Lottery?
maybe there's a hockey game.
Lottery? Ooh, maybe a hockey night?
I don't know what the schedule is, but
Nobody does. Nobody does. Not even hockey fans. Go check out Portland and the Lakers. Dame Time. We're a Dame Time podcast. Bakers, the Wake and J crew. Thank you guys so much. This might be news to BBD as well. I'm not sure. We're off tomorrow. I was debating going to a fantasy football / golf weekend. I am going. 54 holes of golf in 48 hours. It's probably going to be my only chance to golf this year. So, no tomorrow. We'll be back Monday through Friday normally. Thank you guys. I'll owe you one. I'm going to have to get them back next week. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. But thank you guys so much. The Wake and J community has been awesome. Sports is still strong. Am I good at golfing? Well,
fine golfing.
No. Yeah, exactly. So I owe you guys. Thank you. We appreciate it. And maybe the best news around that is that I wasn't sure if I was going to this the whole time unless baseball was rolling and Jomboy Media was rolling and everything was going. So thanks to you guys and baseball playing. I feel like I can't do that. So thank you guys. I'll be seeing you on Monday. Producer BBD. Go tweet pictures of animals at him. Jake's arms aren't long enough to golf properly. I will come through their camera. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. I love you. Go sports.
Noodle on his left,
Go
chest
sports.
on his right. Hey, hold up. Don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning, Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.